And I'm gonna say this. I think the genre, to a certain degree, and I think this is what hurts the genre. I think the genre accepts the lack of professionalism.
Agreed.
It's kind of like when people hear, okay, like me and you both have talked to artists who do what we consider hip hop.
Right.
Who we know will be respected over here more.
Right.
I think when they hear that word, country rap, they expect the sound quality to be less.
Yes.
They expect the fan base to be less. They expect the show level value to be less.
Agreed.
They expect the listeners to be less.
Right.
I think everybody in the genre, in order to be respected, you have to lift your standards. If not, this is just going to continue to be what appears to be some type of basement hobby to a lot of people.
Right.
Church didn't get to his level. Church, and going to church's show, there was nothing amateur about that show. Nothing.
Right.
Church didn't get to that level by, even if he started out on that level, as his finances grew, I can guarantee you Church has a contract, and I can guarantee his contract has a writer.
Right, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Even if he didn't start out that way. The only way to elevate the genre is by mimicking what goes on, for lack of better terms, the professional music industry.
Well, look, we can use that concert as an example, because that concert, remember, it was booked prior, but got canceled because of COVID. Yes. But Church probably got a deposit.
Sure.
Church could have been like, well, shit, I ain't coming no more, and could have kept the deposit based on this dude and his philosophy, and that would have been messed up. That would have set a whole precedent of the type of janky business promotions that happen over here. But that's not what happened. Whenever he got the opportunity to do it in front of people, he did it in front of people. He kept his word. And he abided by the contract.
And actually added a second night, which made them make more money.
Right. So we can't say everybody over here does it. Now, the standard is trying to be uplifted, and just that it's so much. And I've seen some other. Matter of fact, we're talking about contracts and stuff. I've seen some people have some horror shows or talk about the redneck rave, the shit that goes on over there. And I'm not jumping on him, and I'm not trying to beat him up. But I think anytime you have those type of shows, you're going to have artists have issues with that. But I think an artist got paid and didn't show up, and they made it very, very public about it. But it's when you get paid, you got to show up. If you don't show up, send the damn money back. And
the artist, I actually remember that little spat, right?
Right.
And the artist gave different excuses, but no matter what these excuses were, they were all excuses, because at the end of the day, a judge is going to say, did you receive money? Your answer is going to be yes. Did you comply with what you received money for? If your answer is no, you owe that back.
Right. If it wasn't an act of God that kept you from going, like a national disaster or some sort of weather thing, then fam, you are in the wrong and will probably
lose in a court of law.
You should lose, but you might get sued for more than what you was trying to keep. So don't go down that road. It's really not worth it.
Because guess what? If you say, I didn't come because it wasn't enough security, but if there's nothing in your contract about security and this is nothing y'all discussed, that's really not a leg you have to stand on.
Absolutely not.
They're going to be like, we can't have you scared. We don't care you going to be no security here.
It ain't even in writing that it was or was not going to be security. So what's your gripe? If you felt like you needed security, and this is me talking on that, you should not only should you have asked, but you should have wrote it in the contract. The contracts are negotiable. Like the terms in there are not finite. You can write shit in, initial it, and then when they sign it on their side and they saw that you wrote that in and initial it, they agreed to it. So now they got to abide by it. But if you're not adding this stuff prior to, then y'all have nothing to y'all are stealing. And this ain't cool with me, because back in the day, Roro used to steal the shit out of folks' stuff, but that ain't me. Like,
Oh, we used all them street names.
I know, right?
Purple Blind.
We ain't those people no more. Y'all, we and this industry is acting like shit. This type of behavior is amateurish. Like, if y'all don't want to be considered to be amateurs and want to be on the same level of other independents with valid business practicing, then y'all got to improve. It's just that simple. But that is the reason why we are here. We started this podcast to elevate the genre, to provide structure. If you need contracts, I can put some in the comments if you let me know, or inbox me. I'll send you a contract. I'll send you a template. I'll send you the templates that I created. I'll send you the templates that I created over the years for not just country rap folks, but major hip hop people. I'll send you all of that shit for free. All you gotta do is ask.
All right, so let me say this. This is actually gonna be the whole show, because I've seen people say, why is so much negative in country rap? Or I'm actually reading in everybody nowadays need to stay in their lane and not try to be promoters. Listen, people. And I think because the country rap genre, a lot of people are so new to it, but it's not just country rap, it's the music industry. Mm-hmm. The one thing I need everybody as a fan, as an artist, as a DJ, as a producer, as a promoter, as anything, when you embark in this, you are entering the music business.
Yes, agreed.
Country rap does not have a separate section. They might be in what we consider the back of the class because it's considered a new genre. But ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the music business. A country rap journalist probably follows the same credo as a hip hop journalist.
Well, we ain't got a lot of journalists over here, so.
what I'm saying is, most people, it's like if you worked at McDonald's all your life and then you got a job at a new fast food restaurant. Don't go over there thinking it's going to be a whole 360 different thing. You're still in the fast food business. There are going to be things that mimic the organization of the structure.
Agreed.
This is the music business, people. And you have janky promoters in country rap, in country, in rock. You have, guess what? You have people who have sports bars who want to have open mics.
Yep.
Period. Matter of fact, you have a slow Tuesday night. Someone like me comes on and say, hey, let me do open mic. I can put some people in the club. Sometimes it offends me when people act like country rap is this super honorable thing. And I'm like, no. Even the people who come in with honor, at some point in time, they're going to be accosted by this negative thing called the music business.
Yes.
And that's when their integrity is going to be challenged. That's when it kicks in. Like, because I hear it all the time. Man, why do people in country rap just can't get along? Because they're people.
Well, I don't get that, but it's no different than any other genre.
Yes, but I see it all the time.
Alone?
I see it all the time. Why is there so much beef in country rap? It's so much beef in rock. It's so much beef in movies and entertainment. The Rock doesn't like what's the guy in Fast and Furious? The thing. What's different now? It's this thing called social media.
Yeah.
So it's on Front Street. Everybody wants to share a post. Everybody wants to tell their story. Everybody wants to be important. So that's why it's the way it is. That's why it's on Front Street. But it just agitates me because people are like, I don't understand why country rap is this way. Because all these people are trying to be artists. And there are other people who sing is making money and they want a piece of that.
That's true.
That's the mind frame that a lot of people have to have. If you can't be used, you might be useless.
Wait a minute now. If you can't be used, I like that. I'm still in that.
Jimmy Lee will be glad. Jimmy Lee taught me that. He said, Bigelow, boy, I'm giving out all my old school. He like Vigalo a lot of because I was upset about something one time, and I was like, man, I just don't understand. But he like, listen, you have to when entering in situations. Sometimes you have to see if you can't be used, you might be useless. So you gotta understand where you're trying to get, and if someone uses you but it advances you somehow, even in knowledge, you might have to take that. It's no different than artists paying. We've talked about this before. Artists paying to open.
That's true.
You're being used whether you know it or not. You're being used to make up that back end.
You're being used for a lot of things, but you gotta to play devil's advocate. Once you understand that you're being used, then you use that situation to the best of your benefit. You know, if you're paying to open, then open, motherfucker. Like there's people that's gonna be there that might be new fans. So go in there and bust your ass and get some new fans.
Make the best of it.
Exactly.
They're using you to basically pay the headliner. But in turn, put yourself in a position that you can get something out of it. Don't just sit around, man, I can't believe I gave them $200 to open the church. Man, church putting 9,000 people in the room.
9,000 people, you paying more than $400. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying there was opportunity there. Don't be mad at yourself that you didn't take advantage of the opportunity. Don't be mad that you focusing on the money you lost and you didn't get it back because maybe you didn't prepare.
That's $1,000 slot.
Well, for sure.
Your ass is 6 o'clock. The closer you get to church, it's going up.
Let me tell you something. And I'm a big wrestling fan.
Right.
In wrestling, they have this thing called the jobbers. Jobbers are the wrestlers that lose a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Jobbers set up the ring at the venues, bro.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. If you go to a wrestling event, I'm not talking big WWE,
right.
But I'm talking about, say, for instance, someone come to a show and make it.
Right.
The people that are lose or the lesser known wrestlers, bro, they setting up the ring. You just don't know because they got on jeans and shirts and they just look like somebody working. And then when they come out with no shirt and you don't even recollect, like, that was the dude putting up the ring post.
Right.
Bro, they earning their stripes.
Right.
They're trying to be part of that organization. There's an organization in Athens. Bro, those people on the lower end of the card, they set that up. That's just earning your stripes, bro. You just got to understand. I love country rap. I just sometimes, I not only need the artists to wisen up, I need the listeners to wisen up too.
Okay.
I need them to, and I know that, man, we just here for the music. That's fine. But then when some of these things happen, because, bro, this thing got 92 comments, bro. This is a good little thread. People saying it's messed up, and then there's some people saying all the other artists was paid. And, bro, from reading this post, this is a personal situation that y'all try to turn into business that quickly reverted back to personal.
Yes.
And unfortunately, as an artist, and you might be mad at me for saying this, and you shouldn't. You should have kept quiet.
Oh, without a doubt.
Because no matter how many people who say you're right, those are people that like you or don't want you upset with them. Because realistically, you took money and didn't get on that stage. And
you outed a married woman. And y'all was probably already fucking. So you just put her business out there just like she tried to put your business out there. So you took her money and you just threw salt to make her marriage, miserable? Like, I don't know. None of that makes sense.
And this was not done with any malicious intent. That's why we left all the names out.
Right.
So if y'all get in the chat getting mad, y'all really outing yourself.
Right, because I still don't know who they I still don't know who you're talking about. But all the advice is still pure. You know, when no names, I didn't have to know no names. Just give me the facts and I'll give you my input.
It's kind of like one of the big shows we done. Now we did call some names, but we gave our advice based on the situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like our advice, when you look at the track record of the people that have been in and out, maybe our advice was right.
I have no idea what you're talking about. what you talking about? We'll talk about it after the show, I guess.
No, I can kind of bring it up without, because I don't want to start no problems. We done an episode.
Right.
And we say how this is not the best thing for the label based upon the other people on the label and how they view things.
Agree. I follow you now.
Whether that's your life, your personal life, you choose to do it, that's your thing. But there are people down here that are like, whoa, hold up now. Where do I stand in the pecking order of getting my push?
Right.
Now, for whatever the reason may be, it has somewhat seemed like a revolving door.
Yeah.
Now, we don't know the reason, and I'm not saying that's the reason. But if you place that advice up against what it looks to be on surface as the result, it seems like we're accurate.
We were 1,000% accurate.
Now, there might be reasons that we don't know about.
It doesn't matter.
Huh?
It doesn't matter. We were still accurate. Because basically our even our input was based off of perception. And our perception was still based off of what was given to us. And we gave advice based on that. And based on that, we ain't been wrong. We've been wrong about a lot of things over here.
It could be nameless.
Yeah.
The situation stays the same.
Agreed.
When you do that, these people here are going to wonder where their positioning are. And one slight mistake, they're going to measure against it. And even if that reason wasn't why you done it, to this person that didn't get the W they wanted, they're going to use that as their reason to be upset.
Yes. And usually in upsetness with business, it means I want to get out of my contract.
Yes. Listen, this is an educational thing for me. Years ago, I had a group. We had a group. And you went off to college, I should have went with you because I got left with the headache. So we put out a record. Okay? This was in the era when it cost $10 to press up one CD. Okay? No one even put any money in to press up these records. At the time, I only had $100. I pressed up 10 CDs, but back then you could sell a CD for 20. I was going to take the 20. I was going to take the 200 back and flip it. I was going to give myself my 100 back. And then now that's seed money, that 100, right? That's more. That was the plan, right?
Okay.
In the meantime, between time, now everybody say, man, I want a copy though. Well, Guilty Vic, or not Guilty Vic, Lighthearted Vic, or whatever you want to call me. I'm like, well, damn, they do deserve a copy of their own CD. Because they're here. I gave it
Pay for it. Give them the cost. Give me back the cost.
You know them guys didn't have that. So, needless to say.
This is when minimum wage was $4.50. This is a long time ago.
Minimum wage is still $4-something.
No, it isn't. Minimum wage is like $7 and some change, ain't it?
I don't know. What is minimum wage? I don't know. I don't need to know. I better not ever know what minimum wage is again in my life. I can Google it. I don't know. I'm nowhere close to minimum wage. I better not be. But needless to say, I had a job. Out of these people, maybe half had a job. But at some point in time, I had a good job. Right. I bought a vehicle. These people accused me of stealing. As if I was selling their CDs, buying a vehicle.
Bruh.
People will look at your life and compare it to theirs and think you're doing something malicious. As if you didn't have your life prior. Because they knew I had a job. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The job bought the $100 worth of CDs. They didn't care about how I bought. They weren't concerned about how I bought the initial CDs. But anyway, so I'm just saying that to say, listen, man, this is the music industry, people. It's the music industry. And unfortunately, I advise everybody, any movie, whether fictitious or fictional, watch it about this business. Don't say I ain't gonna watch Straight Outta Compton because I ain't a gangster rapper. Don't say I ain't gonna watch Elvis because I don't like rock and roll. Because all these things are the same.
Right.
If you watch Straight Outta Compton, if you are a producer or you write lyrics for anyone, you need to watch Straight Outta Compton today. But you can understand why Ice Cube left the group.
Right.
Because have you watched Straight Outta Compton?
I have not.
Oh my God, you're the second person to tell me that in 7 days. It's deep into this game.
Well, I watch horror movies and science fiction stuff. I don't watch that stuff.
I know, but do you know why Ice Cube left?
No, I don't.
They didn't want to pay him, and he had wrote everything.
Like really wrote everything?
He wrote Dre's lyrics. He wrote Eazy's lyrics.
I thought DOC was writing Dre stuff.
When Ice Cube left, there was no DOC. Or he was just coming along. The only person that was 100% writing their own rhymes was Ren.
Well, I knew of that one now because nobody keep up with that. But I didn't know that.
His initial reason when they went out on tour.
Did he get pub?
Huh?
He didn't get the pub or nothing?
They were trying to basically pay him. They just wanted him to sign a contract and throw him some bread. He wanted residual income.
Oh, that's foul.
He's like, these records are making too much money.
But look, this wasn't Easy and Dre. This was
No, it was Eazy and Jerry.
I would probably say Jerry, Cole Hertz and Easy.
Man,
Easy didn't know no better.
No. You know Easy. Okay, so the way the thing, and y'all listen to this too, because it can be country rap related. Eazy-E was a dope boy. Dr. Dre and Yellow were DJs and producers who spin at a local skate rink and as we called it back in the day, discotheque. Remember that word? Discotheque. Right. So Ice Cube was a guy who rapped, who used to go to Dre's house to do lyrics.
Okay.
And just spit. And basically, Ice Cube used to beg Dre, man, let me come spit. Let me come spit. Let me come spit. So Dre used to sneak Cube in to spit in between records. And they felt like they ended up getting fired.
Uh-huh.
So they're like, man, we feel like we could put records out. They went to Eazy, who was a neighborhood dope boy who knew absolutely nothing about music. He was just a dope boy who had expendable cash.
Right.
Like, bro, let's put out a record.
That's real. That's real shit in hip hop.
So, look, so Eazy said no. Eazy got busted for drugs and said, you know what, I got to do something because they're definitely onto me now.
Okay.
So he went back to them and said, let's do it. So the initial thing they done, he was like, so Cube, out of whatever reason, said, you know what, since you're investing your money, you're doing it, we're going to do the first record on you.
What was the first record?
Boys in the Hood.
Oh, okay. Remember that on him?
That was easy.
I'm saying, but wasn't on him. What do you mean? Like they wrote it about him?
Easy just spit the verses. Boys in the Hood, always hard. Keep talking.
That was bro. I'm thinking that's an Eazy-E record, not an NWA record.
It is an Eazy-E record,
but not an NWA record.
No, it's an Eazy-E record
for NWA.
No, for Eazy-E.
But it was on the NWA album.
No, it was on Eazy-E's first solo album.
Oh no, I don't remember that.
Yeah, Eazy Does It was the name of the solo album.
Okay.
So, but basically, since Eazy gonna do it, they was like, well, they hadn't really had the concept of the group yet, right? So
I don't remember none of this. I thought NWA came out first and then Eazy, and they all did their solo shit.
No, Eazy was first.
Okay, cool.
All right. They wrote it for Eazy. Even though Eazy didn't want to be a rapper, they was like, man, you got a great voice. And since he's spending the money, they let Eazy they begged him to rap this record, bro. Dre, of course, was making beats. Cube was writing all the lyrics. At the time, it wasn't no Ren.
Wow.
He goes and presses up on vinyl. He takes it to Jerry Heller, who was an attorney, but also worked at a pressing plant. They press it up, and that thing just goes crazy in Compton.
Right.
And then the rest is history. So Easy knew nothing of the music business. He just knew that he went and pressed up some vinyl, took it to Jerry Heller, and Jerry Heller was calling him 2 days later, like, can I get some more of that vinyl?
He's selling the vinyl like crack.
Yes. And, you know, of course, Easy selling something out of his trunk, and then it goes to cassettes, and then, but all that's being said, when it broke down, so Ice Cube was the first person that had the remnants of, like, hey, matter of fact, the meeting, he goes to the meeting, and Jerry and Easy are sitting at a table eating steak and lobster. And Ice Cube walks in, and he has, just for lack of a better term, a crystals bag.
Right.
And they're on tour.
Oh, damn.
And he's like, man, y'all eating pretty good in here. He's like, well, hey, man, and they're trying to eat. That man, Cube, you need to go on and sign the contracts. He's like, I need to talk to y'all about the contract. They just want everybody to sign off these contracts, and Easy wouldn't. So Easy ended up, not Easy, Ice Cube ended up leaving the group because he wanted to be paid as a writer, not just an artist. And they just wanted to pay him as an artist.
That's fair.
Yes. That's why so when he went to Priority, tell him like, man, I done wrote all this stuff for them. Priority was quick to jump in and say, well, come on, let's do a solo album. That's why Ice Cube left NWA. He was the writer, and he didn't want to leave. He had no beef with, really his only beef was with Jerry. And it somewhat made him have beef with Easy because the information is being funneled through Easy.
Right.
But Easy's just doing it. But I'm saying all that to say all this stuff ain't no different because I've heard stories. There's another story that I want to probably make an AMA by 2 artists we definitely know who wrote, they did a song together, and then another person jumped on the song, and then they took one of the people off.
Oh, we need to talk about that because we can talk about that in a publishing AMA. So that's a whole nother episode. I think if I didn't write about it, I will send it over in another list.
So, man, everybody just understand. The one thing that everybody wants country rap to go to the top. I don't think there's a listener, there's an artist, there's a DJ or producer. There's not one person who doesn't want to see country rap get the respect that hip hop gets. You agree with that, right?
I agree with all of that, yeah.
Then everybody got to understand the business of it.
Everybody ain't gonna understand the business of it.
Then those are going to be the people that make posts like this.
And those will be the people that get taken advantage of by people that do understand the business.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
I made this statement earlier, and this is not a negative. I'm looking at a lot of country rap artists take managers now.
Okay.
Those managers know these practices. You think Larry Hoover Jr. don't know the practices of the music business? Who's now managing a country rapper? You don't think there's managers in traditional hip hop like, what's going on over there? Let me go get me. I was about to say, let me get me one of them. That sounded real.
Let me go get me one. Let me add one of them to the roster.
Right. You think that they're not sharks in the water who like, I didn't really achieve what I want to. I'm the goldfish in the pond here, but I can go over here and be the shark.
True. And the shark he would be. Unfortunately, yes.
Bro, somebody who had minimum success on the hip hop side can come over here and be the next biggest label. No disrespect. One of the biggest labels over here practice hip hop business regimens.
Agreed.
And I think that's why they shot past everybody.
Is it time for everybody else to do that?
It's time for everybody to crack a book and stop thinking country rap and think music business.
Okay, that's fair.
Stop thinking country rap and think music business. I seen a country rap artist post that until you're making money off of this genre, it's just a hobby, an expensive one that is. Well, you are right. But until you choose to educate yourself and understand what you're involving yourself in, then you have to make the decision. Do I want this to be a hobby or do I want this to be my career? Because country rap gonna blow up with or without you.
Then you gotta make some. They gotta make some sacrifices too.
Yeah, and unfortunately, most of the people in country rap, I hate to say this, bro. I think eventually country rap will get younger.
Let's get better than now.
And as it gets younger, because a lot of people that are building in country rap already have a ready-made infrastructure, for lack of a family,
right?
A job.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of those people won't be prepared for it to turn the curve. And when it turns the curve, it's not going to look back.
I agree.
Like Church. Church ain't got no job. And talking to him, Church ain't never had no job, really. He came in ready. You know what I'm saying? He came in ready.
True.
You got to be able to dedicate as much as you can to it. There are artists I really, really respect who, I'm gonna shout this guy, Echo Sykes, right?
Okay.
No kids, no wife. He goes to work and dedicates everything, and then it'll come out when the interview airs. He goes to work and then dedicates all his free time to the music. And you know that's almost like what you got to do.
That is true. Well, he hadn't made a real sacrifice yet because there's not any other things that distracting him, like wife and kids.
He chose that.
That's true. That's true.
He in the interview.
Well, that is the sacrifice then.
Yeah, he said, "Hey man, I'm trying to go big with this thing, and I know making a baby now was just I do have a job. I have a job, but making a baby means I got to dedicate more of my life to the job because now the baby needs."
Right. So
a lot of people will get caught up in the sauce because they have ready-made lives, and it's hard to maintain a certain level of success. And I always say, for me, that was my holdback. I had a ready-made life. I had children before I got in the music business. And I wasn't prepared to make that wholehearted sacrifice. I didn't want to go to jail. So my baby mamas didn't play.
Right.
My baby mama wasn't with that. You better wrap some bread in this. No, I'm just joking. But I'm just saying, I just want everybody in the industry, man, Donald Passmore, I'm looking at it now. All you need to know about the music business. Everybody out there that wants to know about this business, I advise you get that book. Stop thinking country rap makes it different. Stop thinking because you do country rap, your contract looks different than a regular rapper's contract.
It doesn't.
There's some rappers out here who done gave that wood.
The law is the law.
Yeah. So, you have people all the time talking about she effed her way to the top, or he effed his way to the top, or whatever the case. Man, all that, this is the music business. You can stay away from it, but you need to know it's coming.
Agreed.
Is this a sad episode?
No, it's a realistic episode. They need to hear this shit.
So that's all I had, man. I just wanted to read that. Hopefully anyone who that article affects, hopefully you don't take it in the wrong way. And I'm going to say the same thing we said about the other episode that we based off of a post. If you put it out in the algorithm, we have the right to talk about it and give it our true opinion.
If it's in the public space, it is free game.
And you have literally left it up there for a month and a half.
I think after he watch this, he might not leave it up there any longer. Might be too late, but he should take it down.
Because you really admitted guilt. The reason I killed him for, because my family was hungry. So I had to kill him. Because if I didn't get them bananas to give to my daughter, ain't no telling what would have happened.
You lost them at I killed them folks. That was enough.
You lost us at I spent that money. Let's go.
It's over with.
Guilty.
Yeah.
$3,000 is what you owe them. He should actually feel nice that person is not suing him.
Well, he probably throwing wood right now, so.
Hey, bro, you think they're made up?
Yeah.
Oh, honey. All right, man, that's all I got.
That's all I got. That was entertaining, though. That was a lot of information.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, countryrapreport.com. All your Country Rap Report needs. Become part of the gang. That way you can check us out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 10 a.m. Be part of the dopest, most family-orientated chat ever. The chat is as interesting as the show.
Chat be something completely different from the show. I wish y'all would just pay a damn attention to the video.
I tell no lie. I watch all the shows with the volume down. So I can't, because I kind of, if they're not talking about what's being said, because sometimes I'll be like, oh, you right, man. I wonder what he said right there. Even though I don't know where it's at in the content, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it was one time, it was like, you're right, Spank. And I'm looking like, is Spank in the chat? You weren't even in the chat. So I'm like, oh, it must be on the... I done forgot that we watching the show.
And then some of the people, especially when they first time, they be thinking it'd be live, you know. So that's a whole nother thing.
And I ain't gonna lie. You and Heather, y'all like snipers. Don't come in there playing.
Oh, no.
Don't come in there spamming or acting up.
Boy, you don't get your monkey ass out of this damn chat. Don't anybody hear none of that.
Look, the funny thing, I don't know how to block nobody. I don't know how to do any of it. I don't know how to do it, right? So I be just watching and see who gonna get him. Who gonna get him? Somebody gonna get him. Heather must have walked away from the chat for a little bit. It's all right, they don't get your ass. They ain't gonna get your ass. Because somebody just kept one of the last shows just, hey. Because the first time I was like, hey, and I said their name. Hey. I'm like, oh man, I can't wait. Somebody gonna get your ass. Somebody got to get you. This is going too long. And zap. And Heather was nice. She's like, don't come in here spamming. They might have went from hey to hello. Get on. That made my day. I was blowing up 105 balloons. I was like, get on. I wish it was I wish we could put like memes in the chat.
Right. That would be cool.
Yeah. Or sound effects. Like, oh, or something. countryrapreport.com. Please become a member of the gang. And definitely join us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And be part of the chat. The chat is where it's at. For real.
Chat's where it's at. That's a shirt right there.
And y'all make sure y'all stay hydrated and stay in the AC as much as possible.
No doubt.
Drop your hundreds right now. Because everything you see, how glossy and pretty and shiny it look, better than your favorite podcaster's podcast. Y'all know it do look better than your favorite podcaster's podcast. Y'all know. This is where you drop the 100 for Heather, because she does that. Drop your hundreds right now, and it's all up. All right, it's your boy Vic XL.
What you do, Spank?
We are the Country Rap Report. Hopefully you guys were entertained, educated, and what's another E?
Enlightened.
Enlightened through this AMA.
Okay.
Oh, was this an AMA or would it be
it's a both, because we did answer some questions, so it's both.
We created the questions and answered them. But I'm sure some of y'all might. The one thing you need to know before we leave, don't take no money if you're not willing to do what's in that contract.
Legally.
Yeah. But even with that, don't take no money when they done put something illicit in there.
That's true.
You need to tell them, take that out. Yeah. I can't sign this. You be in court. They'll be lying on you saying he did snort, or he did whatever.
That's the contract is incriminating, dumbass. Don't do that. Don't sign no. No. And
the most of the time, the only time that you ain't got to adhere to it is death.
Yeah.
Do you know Rollo? Free Rollo, if y'all want him free, if y'all know who that is. Rollo probably got a bunch of shows he got to do whenever he get out of jail. R. Kelly might have some shows he got to do when he get out of jail. Right. Or somebody need to be returning some deposits.
Right.
Because that estate is going to be getting sued. When R. Kelly got 30 years, there were some promoters that started filing paperwork, I'm sure. We'll never hear that. But I'm sure he's had some, or there's been some promoters who had shows booked that probably already sued his estate because they need their deposits back.
That's true.
Because they're like, I am not waiting 30 damn years for this man to come do no show. So you're obligated. Going to jail doesn't mean you get to keep these people money.
That's true.
You did not do what you were supposed to do. So I don't know what make Any artist think you can keep somebody money because you rap? No, sir. As Spanking, Heather would say, no, fam. Can't keep these folk money, man. That's all I got.
That's all I got, man.
Ladies and boys and girls, till next time, y'all, please stay blessed. Peace.
Peace.